Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys had an awesome weekend. It was so beautiful, and now it's beautiful in a different, stormy, wet way. Yeah, it's a great week actually for reading and cozying up, like I know many of you will probably be doing this fall quarter learning online. So I see in Canvas that 25 out of 25 people have participated in level 1 introductions, and I will be hopping on today to get to know you guys, to read your bios, to give you credit for that level. And then you may remember, by the way, 100% participation, that is so cool. And then you may remember that by Sunday you were to post an original post for level 2 survey of literary history, which required you to read chapter 1 of Russell's text, and I provided a PDF. There are a few of you missing from that submission. I know you're here for the class. Just do your best to catch up on that as soon as possible. And then if you guys recall from the syllabus, this is just a reminder to everyone. I just want your plan. So I already had some students last week across the different classes that I'm teaching say, hey, Amber, I'm getting back really late tonight. Is it okay if I submit this thing tomorrow? Yes, it is. And remember, you don't have to tell me your reasons. You don't have to show me your doctor's notes. You just need to say, I can get that in by tomorrow. Will that work? And I'm flexible and I'm going to support you as long as you're still showing signs that you'll be successful in the class. Okay. So get those as soon as you can. Everybody else, let's talk about the timeline below. Write replies for level 2 survey of literary history. This is the first level where I'm actually going to assess you based on the rubric. First one is just like, hi, so-and-so, good to meet you. I like those things too. That's really cool, blah, blah, blah. But level 2 is more, it's our root. We're going to use our rubric for the course. So I know you probably already posted, but you're welcome to make some changes if you feel like you need to. How would you know what to change? In modules, there's a document that says tips for completing levels and quests and acquiring treasure. Review that. Review it frequently throughout the quarter. When I go make comments after you reply to each other by Tuesday and finish that level, I'm going to reference the language from that rubric in my assessment. So check that out. And I'm remembering from all of the years I've done this level before, all the most recent quarters, don't forget to write about the chapter and the video. They're both required. There's a little video about young adult literature, but the chapter was about just children's literature history in general. Every quarter in the last year, I find that people are just overlooking the video. It's part of the required materials as well. So maybe go edit now if you forgot that and just tack in a little bit to show that you have that comprehensive reading of all the materials. All right. Then by Thursday night, you're going to post level 3 attitudes about children and childhood. Just to break things up a little bit, there are no chapters to read for that level. There's just some YouTube videos. So that gives you guys time to still keep working toward the learning outcomes, but receive some feedback from me about our rubric before you're doing a level that's really like that again. All right, that post is due Thursday, and then by Sunday, you'll reply to each other about your level 3 posts. And just a fun note about that level 3, it's called Attitudes About Children and Childhood. That's coming directly from one of our course outcomes. Let me see if I can find that course outcome because it's kind of a neat one. But it's this idea that inside of children's literature is clues about what we as a society or the writers or the people who would consume this book believe about children or what they should be like or what the experience of childhood should be like. And as you guys have already learned, those attitudes have shifted and changed throughout time. But now it's kind of like, well, what are they currently? So yeah, our very first outcome for the course is discuss how literature for children expresses social attitudes about children and childhood. And I'm going to ask you guys to really answer for yourself. What are your ideals, your pictures? What's your vision? What's your hope? What's really embedded inside of you in terms of an attitude about children and childhood? And I'm excited to see that. It's a cool foundation to set before we move forward in the course and unpack all this literature. It's like a baseline. Like Amber thinks children in childhood should be like this. And then we encounter a book and we're like, does that match? Does that match? Why? How come? It just makes the class so much more interesting to be able to bring forth what you already believe and feel about something and to insert it into the learning in a meaningful way. Okay, if you guys need anything from me, reach out, let me know. Otherwise, catch up, stay caught up, do your best. Remember that part of the reason I like to be flexible is because I know you got other things going on. So best of luck to you with your other courses and commitments too. And if I can be helpful to you in just tips or strategies for learning how to manage all of that, I hope that you'll feel brave enough to reach out to me and make a connection, get to know me a little bit more, ask for some support. I am here. Otherwise, enjoy your independence and your autonomy and your online learning. See you guys soon.